Starting off by making some boozy cherries, and I'm using the juice from a jar of unsweetened sour cherries as well as the sour cherries. So it's a cup of sour cherry juice with 2 cups of sugar, and you want to make a syrup out of that to cook your cherries in. Just cook the sugar and the cherry juice together until it comes to a simmer. While you're waiting for that to come to a simmer, you can make a glaze for your donuts. Now, this is also optional because I'm using chocolate donuts that are already glazed, but I wanted them to have a cherry glaze, so I'm making a cherry glaze to go on top. It's a cup of confectioner's sugar in this bowl, and to that add about 2 tablespoons of cherry juice. You want this a sort of pourable glaze that you can dip your donuts into. Okay, so now add my sour cherries. It's a cup of drained sour cherries, and they go right into the liquid, and then you just simmer them for a minute or 2. And that will infuse those sour cherries and sort of candy them. Turn it off, and for the boozy part of the boozy cherries, a couple of tablespoons of cherry liqueur. I'm using Kirschwasser. Those are your sour cherries. They just need to cool, and you can keep these in the refrigerator and use them on other sundaes. You can put them in drinks if you want to. I think this is a good consistency. Take your donuts, already glazed, so these are going to be double glazed donuts, and dip the top in your pink cherry glaze. Lift it out. Yeah. I like to let them dry on a rack. There we go. You'll also need some hot fudge sauce for this. We have some great recipes on our website. Okay. The milkshake is a chocolate milkshake. My standard ratio for milkshake is about 1.5 cups of ice cream with 1/3 to 1/2 cup of milk. It depends kind of on how soft your ice cream is. So add that into a blender. All these amounts make enough for 1 milkshake. But of course you're not going to want to just make one. Well, unless you're making yourself like a little secret treat. I'm going to start with about 1/3 cup. Give it a blend. There we go. Now the texture for this milkshake should be thick but pourable because you want to be able to like put a bunch of stuff on top of it, so you don't want it too loose, but it needs to be pourable, otherwise it's just ice cream, right? Now you can build your milkshake. You want to put some hot fudge sauce on the edges of your glass. Whoop. This is more for show than anything else, but it's kind of fun, and it looks really cool in the end. And then add a scoop of vanilla ice cream. These milkshakes are kind of a cross between a sundae and a milkshake. Then a little bit more hot fudge sauce. Then some cherries and some of their juice. Then half of a donut crumbled inside, so you get some little bites of donut in there. Oop, one for me. Then your milkshake. You want to leave a little bit room at the top to pipe in your whipped cream, otherwise it will overflow. So this might be a little more than I needed. Have some whipped cream. You can use the stuff in the can if you want to, because you want a nice stiff whipped cream that you can pile stuff on top of. Then the other half of the donut. Uh-oh. Ah! That's okay, that's what's supposed to happen. Then some cherries. All right, so I said to not fill it all the way to the top, and then I filled it too high. That's what happened there. That's all right. Gonna make a mess. Gonna have to live with it. All gone. And then just a little bit more hot fudge sauce. I recommend eating this with a straw, a spoon, and a bowl to catch any mess. And there you have it. It's a Black Forest cake milkshake. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Enjoy.